So you're ready to start the most exciting part of the home buying journey, shopping for your home. But before you dive in, let's make sure that you have a plan to find the right one. Hi, I'm Rob Your Realtor with Century 21, Judge Fite, and today I'm sharing tips to help you find the perfect home for you without feeling overwhelmed. So first things first, when you're looking for a home, start with the must-haves and then think about the things that would be nice to have. Start with the basics like number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, and the location of your home. And then you can move on to things like a big backyard or an updated kitchen or a bonus space for your home office. I always tell my clients, start with the must-haves in your home, especially if you're working within a specific budget. And then when you find the nice-to-haves, they're just a bonus. I also encourage people to keep the 80-20 principle in mind. If the home meets 80% of your must-haves, it's worthy of consideration. And then as you see some of the things that are nice-to-haves, that's just the bonus that gets added on. This will help you find a home that's great for you, that's practical, and will keep you from holding out for perfection. So the second thing to keep in mind is sticking within your budget. It can always be tempting to look at homes that are just a little above your price range, but trust me, sticking to your budget is key. That lender-approved budget will help you find homes that you can afford, but still leave room for those important extras that you're going to need, like furniture, home repairs, and upgrades on your home after you move in. Remember, the goal is to help you find a home that you can afford and that you love, but one that's not going to stretch you too thin financially. Another thing you want to think about is researching your neighborhood. Your home is more than just your house, it's your neighborhood as well. So do some research on the neighborhood. Think about things like schools, commute times, amenities in and around your neighborhood. Drive through the neighborhood at different times of the day to kind of get a feel for what things are like. With my clients, I send them links with information about things like school ratings, neighborhood reports, information to help make this part of your job easier. Doing a little bit of homework beforehand can go a long ways in helping find the home that's the perfect fit for you. Once it's time to start looking at homes, you want to have a plan to do that. I encourage my clients to come prepared to take notes, to take pictures. What better way to remember the things that you liked about a house or didn't like about a certain house? You want to remember the floor plan. You want to remember which house had that beautiful backyard. So come prepared. Another thing that we want to keep in mind is there are some things that are more important to take note of and more important to influence our decision than others. So when we're looking at a house, there are structural things that we want to pay attention to. Other signs of possible water damage. Is there a musty smell in the house? Are there stains on the floor? Is there a warped floor? We want to look out for red flags like that. Or speaking of the floor, we want to check out for signs of possible foundation issues. Is the floor sloped? Are there cracks on the walls in kind of odd places? So things like that. We want to also be mindful of the roof. Are there missing shingles? Are there things that we need to be paying attention to? Of course, we're going to call in experts to check out these things for us, but we can keep an eye out for those red flags when we're touring as well. And then thinking about things like plumbing or electrical issues. And we can see red flags through lights that flicker when we turn them on, or maybe low water pressure, things like that. And then there are other things in the house that, maybe catch our attention, but in the big scheme of things are not so important. And we need to keep that in mind. Maybe the house is cluttered and that's a little bit distracting. Keep in mind that when the seller leaves, they're going to take those things with them. Or maybe they chose a paint color that you don't particularly care for. That's not a big deal to fix later after you purchase your home. So keep in mind that some things are, bigger than other things. And one last strategy that I share with my clients to help kind of simplify this process as we're looking through a number of homes is I encourage them to keep a rolling top 3. What are your 3 favorite homes? And then once those 3 slots are filled, if you look at another home and you say, you know what, I think this is one of my top 3. Okay, then which one do we take away? So that way we're focusing on 3 houses. It's less confusing and it can kind of help you keep things in perspective to what home is going to be the best fit for you. Shopping for your first home is exciting, and having a plan to do it just makes your life easier. To help you stay organized, I've created a free home tour guide that you can download at rob-hurt.com. And if you're ready to shop for your first home, let's connect. I would love to help you find your first home. Hey, thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great day.